Well, hey there, Honor here. Just want to take a little bit of time and kind of walk you guys through Meadow Springs, the version 2. I probably should be putting out more videos for you guys in the community to kind of give you an idea what I think while making the maps. Makes it easier for you guys to play them and probably makes it a lot more interesting to play them too. To start off, just a little history of why I wanted to make Meadow Springs. It was kind of mainly for myself. Yukon, I kind of got on working it towards what other people wanted and not what I wanted. So at Meadow Springs, I figured I'd sit down and just kind of design something that I like. Um, I enjoy realism. I enjoy building a map from scratch with basically nothing in it. So this is what version 2 is going to have is basically there's no placeables, no sell points, nothing on the map. The only thing that you get is a little train slash boat that goes around the cove, and there's two spots that you could store or sell. Sorry, your goods. Basically, load up the barge and send it off to the outside of the map, and it will sell your product. That's the only thing that you get in the map. Um, I really enjoy building things with placeables. So with Meadow Springs, I've added in, I think there's close to 100 different placeables that is built into the map, so you will not need any mods that are placeables for yourself. You can add some if you would like. Just note that if you have placeables that add in fill types that are similar to what's in the map, you will get conflicts and cause issues. I recommend just play the map the way it is without any placeables, so you don't run into those issues. There's enough for you to play for probably half a year to a year without running out of things to do with what is built into the map. Um, as you guys see, I have a very similar design as a Yukon. I really like the remote mountainous valleys like you see that I'm going through here. I changed up the foliage. I've added in some new ground foliage that you can see with the rocks. Um, yeah, the forest ground. Change that up a little bit so you guys can see multiple different types of ground foliage there. A little bit different than the Yukon. I think it's a little bit better. Um, I wish I could put these trees a little bit tighter together. I'm just not allowed to, just because of the amount of trees that I would have in the map, and the map would not play as well as it should. So, so yeah, I'm gonna go through a lot of the placeables that I've added and kind of show you how to access them, to place them. There's a lot of decorative things. There's a lot of factories, production, stuff like that. But I'm just gonna fly around, kind of talk a little bit first. 16 times map, plenty of room. So yeah, this map was going to be called Rockwood. I did not know there was a map already called Rockwood. I think it came out in 17. I don't think they've made another one since, but so I decided to change it to Meadow Springs so there wouldn't be no conflict with other players thinking that I was the same creator of the original Rockwood. Um, reason why I wanted Rockwood was because it's a town in the state of Maine where I'm from that I really like to go to. But Meadow Springs came to my mind after the fact. There's a lot of meadow area here, a lot of waterfalls. These mountaintop lakes um, in our state, we have a lot of them. I won't say a lot, but we have a few, and they're all spring fed in order to get a lake like this. So that's why I got Springs, Meadow Springs. I'm not sure why I thought of this idea. Maybe a little Niagara Fall-esque. I just kind of wing it when I design these things. I just kind of go with the flow and carve the land the way I think it should look in real life. So I'm just going to choose this area right here. I'm going to go to the other side of the map here in a little bit. But this is one of my favorite starting areas right here to build a farm or do whatever you want to do mining or whatever, gold mining. But just to give you an idea of how these placeables work, there's not a whole lot of farmlands. I decided to kind of spread them out with Meadow Springs. So the Yukon is a lot more smaller areas you can buy. The prices are very decent. I still think this would be good for a multiplayer. There's plenty of separate lands you can buy. Like right here, it's like 4 different places that each person can buy and have it. And you combine the farms together later on if you like. Just gonna buy that here. Shift P. Let's bring up some production. Just kind of go through everything. Kind of explain what it does. First, obviously, is wash plant. I'm not gonna place all these. Just gonna kind of show them to you. Um, I really enjoy mining. I had to gold mining. I had to bring this over from the Yukon as well. Wash plant, basic. Put your dirt or pay dirt into the feeder here, hopper feeder. Loads into your grizzlies. So it'll shake your deck. Shakes down into your trommel. Separates tailings from concentrate. And produces your concentrate pallets. You need diesel to run this as well. With the new Platinum Edition that is coming in November, I think. I'm not sure if it's with the Platinum Pack, but around that same time, there's a separate modder that's partnering with Giants and is producing a manure system that has pumps and things like that. And I'm hoping that these placeables will be compatible, where I could do a water pump system where you have to run hoses to the wash plant like you do in real life to run the water. That'd be awesome. That's the kind of fantasy of mine to always do that. So hopefully that will come later on for an update for this wash plant. So after you wash and get concentrate, you gotta bring your concentrate to the wash room. Basically, this separates your concentrate into fine flakes of gold. Then you take your fine flakes that are in a jar of gold and bring it to your smelter. You can smelt it into gold bars. Obviously, the more process that you do to your gold, the higher the value to sell it. So gold bars will sell a lot more than gold flakes. This is a portable smelter. I didn't change the image of that, but this basically you can place next to your stream sluice. So this is like a miniature wash plant that you can wash. It doesn't take as much volume and produces a little bit slower than the big wash plant, but just to start out like a smaller operation, they get money to buy the bigger operation. Buying these two things and place them next to each other in an area, you can make gold pretty quickly. Next is a big dirt processing plant. So yeah, you're gonna be able to take dirt in the map and process it into ore, tailings, gravel, sand. So multiple different materials from one, which is then can be used in other plants. Um, Pretty cool. So what I'm going to add real quick is there is no material that is on the map. You're going to have to dig it with Terraform. I do plan on another version to be a lot like Yukon that has materials already built into the map. So all you got to do is just scoop it up. That will come later on. But I want to utilize this version to be used with Terraform. I do have a Terraform that's compatible with this map, so no warning will pop up when you start the map. It doesn't. It's very limited on what machines are in there. I have not updated it to FS Miners Terraform. So feel free to use what Terraform you want. You may get a warning to start using that version. It's not a huge deal. Use Terraform will still work when you do have that warning. I do recommend to use mine. I have a excavator that is built into the map that I've built that is Terraform ready with the version that I use. And FS Miner's excavator, the 750, and his wheel loader also are compatible with that version. That's all I really use for mining anyway. It's just his excavator, or my excavator, his excavator, and the wheel loader. It's kind of realistic to how gold mining works in real life too. So I'm not into the big, huge equipment. If you are, I'm not sure if my version is compatible. It does use other machines. I'm just not sure exactly which ones. But yeah, it's a dirt processing plant. Break down into multiple materials, which then you can load it into a concrete factory. I'm not sure exactly what all these take. Once you place it, it tells you what it needs. But basically, concrete, you're gonna need cement, so you're gonna have to put a cement factory down um, just to get it to the concrete factory. But you also need your sand, gravel, typical things that make concrete. Obviously, stones, pea stone too, I think. So you can make concrete with that factory, cement there. You need lime, I believe, as well, limestone, which you get to break down into a limestone crusher. This is new brick factory, so you can dig clay out of the ground and just bring clay right straight here and produce bricks. I may add other materials to make a brick. I'm just not sure of kind of how the process works. I know you got to put it in a kiln and things like that. I know mostly it's clay, but I'm sure there's other materials involved that I may add to that factory. Lime factory, so basically just taking your limestone, producing lime. Whiskey, big favorite of mine. I'm not sure if I've added rye to this yet, actually. I might have. I think I have, but basically just water, barley, produce whiskey, rye. This is your steel factory, pretty big building here. Basically the factory and the smelter all in one. Same idea. You need your ore. You need coal. I think it's coke coal um, to produce sand as well for casings. I believe I added in sand for steel. It produces pipes and steel, which the pipes and the steel need to be brought to like your oil rigs to construct them. So you can see that everything is kind of intertwined. You need to basically start out with a dirt processor, processing materials, then bring it to all these other factories to produce concrete, because concrete is needed in your oil rigs as well, and you need steel, so your fines, the sand, you see everything kind of works together. It's pretty neat. Here's your rig, your derrick here. Um, you can see what it needs there: pipe, concrete, steel, and I believe produces the crude oil. Yeah, crude. And you can refine it into diesel or kerosene, K3, K1. So yeah, definitely, like I told you, plenty to keep you busy. This is how you make your coal here. I may have to figure out what's going on there. I think there might be something wrong with that. I'll check that before I release it. This is fairly new. This is utilizing the new multi-fruit that is added to 2.0. I didn't mention that at the beginning of the video, but the biggest part of this update was adding multi-fruit. It was a headache. First time doing it for FS22. And we added in some lavender, some hemp. Both can be baled, lavender bales, hemp bales. You can bring those here to the spinnery to produce, um, oh, yeah, clothes, basically. I don't think I should know. Hemp doesn't come here. It's just the lavender to produce your clothes. The oil mill is where you need the hemp oil to produce hemp oil with the hemp, and lavender oil as well. Canola oil, sunflower oil, and uh, olive oil at this oil mill. Stone factory. Um, yeah, I might place this one because this one's kind of complicated. There's multiple different stones that can produce other things. If that makes any sense. Let's just place that. Take a look. This one kind of confuses a lot of people. So stone factory, pea stone, tailings, produces stone powder and gravel, all these. So you can just bring in stone, or your pea stone or your tailings to get stone powder and gravel out of it. That's basically what that does. your stones you get off your field, or you can dig stones out of the ground with Terraform. Pea stone comes from the dirt processor, I believe, and tailings comes from your the wash plant or the dirt processor as well. But yeah, I saw you break down that further into stone powder or gravel. Stone powder, you're gonna need that for cement, and your gravel is always needed for all that too. So that's a cool little thing there. Lots of production here. Where we left off here. Stone factory, asphalt. Produce asphalt, tar. Use sand, gravel, tailings maybe. Yeah, so yeah, I'm not sure exactly all these fill types. They all work together, like I said, to produce the asphalt. Uh, yeah. This right here is a gold dredge. It's not a workable dredge. It's just a placeable, so you can place it down, and it will just produce money over time. It just looks kind of cool. Kind of hide it off in your corner, and you'll be getting um, a pretty good lump sum every month. It produces a lot of money for you. And a sawmill. I haven't changed the name. It's still called Rockwood Sawmill. Maybe I'll change that. Maybe not. Um, this is produce slab wood chips. So different wood than that's base game. I just wanted my own type of wood. Be unique, I guess. So yeah, that's all the productions. You can click on sell points. So these that have RGC logos are meant for the map. You can log sell point here. This is for the crusher. Basically all the materials in the map can be sold into the crusher. Just dump it in there and get money for it. And then the farmer's market. This basically is a sell point for all the materials for Meadow Springs. Kind of cycle through all these probably, hopefully. Usually it does, maybe not. But yeah, there's a lot of things that can be sold here. Oh, there it goes. Let it scroll through. Lavender pipe. Again, these things does say the name of what it is underneath it. It's a lot harder than I thought to see as gravel, but it does say the name of all that material. A lot of stuff. I'm just going to come back here, see if it's better to see. No, it just tells you what it is. I changed a lot of the icons. Pea stone tailings. Yeah, still pretty hard to see. Maybe it's easier here. No, not really. But a lot of different new stuff been added to the map. I will be updating the Yukon too to get all this stuff, but that's probably my next project is to get the Yukon updated as well. Alrighty, so yeah, that's the sell points. Productions here. Sell points. Get you all that. I don't have anything else except for the factories to sell points there. Buildings. In the silos. This right here is a great silo for the barges. You can place it next to a little bend here, and this overgrows to the water there. You can fill up your barge with it, and you can also fill it up on land as well. Great silo for that aspect. And all these bunker silos are designed for the alfalfa and the clover that's been added to the map. You can turn those into grass, basically clippings, windrow, clover, windrow, alfalfa, and turn it into silage. You can pile it in here, chaff, whatever you want to call it, and turn it to silage. So these will only work for the alfalfa and clover, also grass, obviously, the same as base game, but adds in the clover and alfalfa. You can't use base game bunkers and get the alfalfa to work. So I just added these in for you. Containers. This right here is the fuel, so you can buy this like a fuel station. This is a RGC buy station, so everything that's basically in the map you can buy from this station here. I haven't updated this with the new stuff, but you really don't need to buy the hamper and stuff like that unless you want to kind of cheat the game. So it's not that big of a deal, but it's good to buy your lime and your fertilizer, even if you want to buy manure or whatever for your fields, you can do so with this. Kind of a cheat system, you know, because you can produce all that basically yourself. I don't think you can produce seeds yet. I may be looking into that, maybe for a placeable seed maker or whatever. I usually do that in 19, but this is just a holding tank, so you can place it there. Manually fill it up if you like, so you can buy it from a gas station and fill it up, or you can just purchase it from here. I think it costs a little bit more than buying it from a fuel station. Not 100% on that. Tools, nothing on my end. Here, this is some placeables I have built in, mods that I have. But all right, so let's go to decorations. You got a lot of decorations. Fences. This is new that I've added. I've added in a pipeline placeable, so you can basically place your own pipeline. Once you get your oil rigs up, you can connect them, and just for decoration, really, there's no really function here. You know, just kind of place your own pipeline. Pretty neat, I think. Obviously, the connections are hard to get. You're gonna see some blurriness in between, but from down here, it looks pretty cool. Looks pretty cool. Let's go on others. I've added all kinds of cool placeables that you can mess around with. Bridges. So there's no bridges in this map. You get to place all your own bridges. So either you can just simply go as quick and easy like this. There, boom. Fill that in, whatever. I didn't take my time on it. I got a big bridge, so if you want to cross a big body of water, you can do so. Let me see if I can get a better view here. This is just going quick here. And you can do land, terraforming, whatever, with the landscaping tool to fix all that. But I got 2 bridges to add it. I added a culvert, so if you wanted to place some culverts to get across and fill it in, you know what I mean? So you just kind of go like this, here, and here. Kind of combine. I'm not going to see this anyway. And do your landscaping. Do this kind of quickly here. You gotta go slow because it does like the water. But if you go slow over it, you can do a land bridge basically and have culvert separating it so it looks somewhat realistic. Pretty simple, eh? Obviously you can paint it the way you want to, put dirt and gravel, whatever you want to do on top of it. Fill that in with the land, with your landscaping. Alright, so that's for the bridges to get across water. I have other mods too that are in here that's not RGC. Everything that's mine would be RGC. That's all built into the map, so you don't need any other separate mods. Just a placeable, you know, derrick, so you can place a derrick here or there. Kind of makes it neat. Put some pumps next to it, whatever. Make your oil fields look as realistic as possible. Made a dock, my own little dock here for your boats. Don't have enough money to place it, but there, nice little cool looking dock. This is a cool one here. A lot of people wanted a town, they just don't want to build a town, so I gave them a placeable town. Yeah, you basically place this. I'm actually just gonna add some money so I can do all this here for you guys. So yeah, a placeable town. Cool stuff, huh? I recommend to kind of level the ground first. I did add in the self-leveler, so it is going to level the ground for you. But you may have to do a lot of terraforming around the outsides of the town. So let's go see how the town looks. Oh, cool. Place it right in this corner down here. But you can see how I kind of screwed up that corner. I wanted to place it there anyway, but to give you an idea, it's a small little town. I made it so there's plenty of areas to add your own stuff. You get to paint your own roads in and your stuff like that, which is a new thing. I'll show you real quick that I've also added to the map. But yeah, you have plenty of spots to put your own little placeable here. Let's put in the little production. See how big the whiskey factory is. Yeah, it's a little too big, huh? But no, you know, get what I'm trying to say. I didn't move that water tank either. I was supposed to move that for somebody. But looks like it matches up pretty good there. Like that. I know this is fairly small, a little spinnery. Where is it? Right here. Fit that right in there. Like so. I think the concrete, the cement factories are fairly small. And just going to show you how to paint these roads real quick. I know it's going to be a long video, but I have all these new textures that you can use to paint in your own stuff. Can't get much better than that. So paint your own road textures. This is an asphalt color. This area does step up a little bit. There's not much I could do about that, unfortunately. Right here, this little spot, so you're gonna have to raise the ground to level that off. But very easy to do yourself. Or not, I can make it look like it's actually like the sidewalk got a frost heave there or something. It's starting to lift up. But just gonna do this real quick for you guys to show you how you kind of do this on your own. I actually think I gotta get rid of these lights because I don't think they work right. They do work, but they don't actually shine on the ground. So I gotta do something to them. I'll probably just get rid of them before the release. That's it. This isn't lined up square. I kind of spun it around a little bit to place it, but if you do it square, you can get lucky, get these lines to line up in the road. But I didn't do it square. Basically, what I mean by square is right when you load it in, it's 90-degree angle, and these lines will line up with the roads if you want to. I just paint them all in like this, like so. These are easy to use to get used to. I can kind of show you out here real quick, kind of how I paint a road. You can only do 90-degree, basically straight lines. So let's just change this here so we can see how straight this is. You can start out by painting a road like this if you want. Pretty simple. You don't need to get perfect because you can fix the sides after. Figure out which one goes in parallel, so that goes parallel. And you can make this a lot smaller, so it takes up just one line, like that. And just follow straight down that line. I might make it a little bit bigger, so it's darker. Don't worry about going off to the side and paint the other one because you can just fill it back in after. But that's just a basic idea of how you do a road. You can do your sidelines, figure out which one goes in that direction. So you got that right there, that direction. Pretty neat. Do the same thing over here. If you want to get more accurate, I believe you can do this. Not sure if that's more accurate or not, but it should be basically the same. The other side. So it looks like a nice little highway. Add some gravel to the outside here, makes it even cooler. You can see too, my money is not going down. I do have a mod that allows, shit, not paying attention here, allows you to do all this without losing any money. I can't remember the name of it. I'm sure somebody out there knows. You can see how you take your time with some of this stuff and be very precise. Don't even know what that says. Yeah, that's the wrong line. There you go. It's a little highway. You can do that anywhere you want across the whole map. You don't need no placeables or nothing. Build your own highway. Alright, moving on with decorations here. That's the town. Alright. I've added in a lot of signs and stuff too. I'll get to those. But this is a fun one here. I'm not sure how this is going to work out yet. But I'm trying to make it so you can place and build your own tunnel into the. So this is kind of the first time I'm actually testing this. So basically, it's going to follow the terrain that you're on. So what I recommend you do is flatten the ground first, going into the side of a mountain. So let's do that. So we're gonna use the flatten tool. As big as we can get this. Might not need it that big. Yeah, that's actually a good size. I'm not gonna go too long on this. I'm already 32 minutes into this video here, so we will go kind of quick as I can. I want to show you guys everything though, so it might be a long video, but I think it'd be worth it in the end. So yeah, just flatten yourself out going through the mountain. What I'm probably going to do for you guys as well with the next update for version 3.0 is when I add in all the other material into the map, is I'll actually place these tunnels, pre-place them, so you can either dig them, terraform them out. There's going to be some for that. And I will have them already dug out and place material in them too, like I did with Yukon, but I think it'd be kind of neat to kind of dig your tunnels out. But yeah, that's just to show you here. Alright. Decorations. Let's go back to the tunnel. Tunnel. So we're just gonna demolish this one right here. Just get it so it kind of overlaps a little bit. And this is the kind of the first time you're testing this, but as long as you overlap a little bit, it's not gonna look too bad. As you get in here, I can see I didn't quite go wide enough, so you're not going to see the edges, which is fine. Whatever, this is just to show you guys so you can get more precise yourself. But you can see you got a tunnel. You can obviously angle it and make it square and just take your time with it some more. And then I have these rocks that you guys can spin around and kind of just fill it in, make it somewhat realistic, looking. Different types of rocks too, so not exactly the same. Give it a nice little look here. Whatever. Just playing around. up over the top. We get the idea, I hope. And then you can fill it in with whatever you like. I was just gonna do some coal because most of these people are gonna build coal mines. It's quite large, but just like it look like you're. I recommend you kind of paint as you go because it is kind of hard. You can't go all the way without the camera changing on you, but paint as you go, or you can paint it before you place it too. Whatever you like. I'm just gonna place that there. Maybe some dirt on the sides. Some dirt, dark dirt. Kind of cool looking down here. So it looks like you're in the middle when you're driving a lot. You're dumping some coal and laying it down as you drive out. Pretty neat. But yeah, get the idea. Again, I'm just giving you guys ideas and showing you everything that we can do. We get some ore, so when you're digging ore, you can place that down. Mountain rock that has built-in grass textures into it. So a little bit darker rock. I use that on my steeper ledges. This is for the river mud. It kind of gives it a little glossy, shiny, muddy river look to it. Limestone, gravel, grass, all kinds of new textures here. Forest grass is new. Forest needles. Your dirt dark has a mixture of dirt and dark colors to it. Kind of makes it look like you're beat up ground. It's regular dirt. Concrete. Coal. Just black top. All kinds of your things for roads. You can make lines like that, like for passing lanes, whatever. Older kind of looking asphalt, lighter asphalt. Animal mud. Plants. I've added in a lot of plants. Just gonna kind of plant these real quick to so you guys can see them. Just a low grass so you can decorate your lawns and actually look like it's a mowed grass. High grass. Kind of looks like clover. Like so. Chenopodium. Basically, it's a lighter, tall swale grass, whatever you want to call it. Ruminex brown, so it's kind of browner swale. Apex, so it's a pink, flowery looking meadow type grass. Rhodes red. All kinds of cool things. Got some big branches for you place those in your logging, on your logging roads, whatever. Mix in the small branches with that. Pretty cool. Lay down some mushrooms, chanterelles. Cover foliage, a bunch of leafy looking ground textures. Does come up off the ground a little bit. That's good for your forest as well. Dry branches, nice forest ground look to it. Thimbleberry, nice leafy looking plant there. Sting nettles. Fern. I got plenty of things for you guys to build this map up. And some big rocks. I think it's cool on a riverbed, whatever. I will say this does throw a warning. It's built into the. It's a map giants issue. They actually had it with another thing, but this actually wasn't part of the map. So when I added it in, it was all base map, but it doesn't have it in the map. If that make any sense? It was already there. I just activated it basically, and it threw this warning. nothing I can do unless Giants fix it. It doesn't do nothing for the performance at all. The map, it runs perfect, so I ain't too worried about it. But yeah, that's it. Those were all other things that another modder added, but plenty of stuff for decorating. Back to the placeables. Where were we here? Yeah, so tunnel. Baseball field. I know the town already has a baseball field, but if you want to build your own town, you can place your own field. It doesn't auto paint level or whatever, so you're gonna have to level your ground first, plant your grass or whatever you want to do there. So if you want to add some stains to you, let's say your, I'm gonna do it right here. But if you have a little gas station or something that you have, you can place some little stains on the ground there with that. Put your own little four-way in. You can obviously paint your own four-way, but if you want to start with this, they line up fairly good, but it's not perfect. But you can always place in your four-way just to get it started. All kinds of signs. So some construction tractor sign here. Let's get it so you can see it. A little parking space. Some cones. Caution. Barrel cone here. Some deer jumping. Little exit signs so you can have fun. Build your own highways. I don't have a right turn, so yeah, I told the guy to flip it upside down. I don't think you can. I was like, off ramp, narrow bridge, just individual parking spot here. I probably should put those together. Pavement ends, road closed, rough road, 35-mile-an-hour speed sign, stop sign. Yeah, so this is like a stop line basically. Truck crossing, yield, wrong way, arrows. Yeah, so plenty of placeables to build your map and design your roads the way you like here as well. I'm going to be adding some more, maybe some more buildings, so like apartment buildings, so you can build your own towns, houses, just things like that in the future. So yeah, that's basically it in a nutshell when it comes to the placeables, production, the buildings I have for you guys. Doesn't sound like it's 100 things, but they're between all the production, all the placeables, and everything. There is over 100 things added in the map. Stupid saving. So what I'm going to do next is I'm going to fly over another area here. Just going to visit this here. This is where all your vehicles will spawn here. I got plenty of area for your farmers who want to do some farming. I'm going to bring up a save game from Steel. He's been testing the map for me. He's been helping me with the testing and pointing out some things, giving me some ideas, some pointers, whatever, what to do to the map. So I'm going to bring up his save and kind of give you an idea what you can do to this map. I probably should go to the spot that he is in. Kind of where the valley is, where we first started out the video, is where he is working. He loves that valley, on top of that mountain. But I want to show you that just to give you an idea what you can do. You know what I mean? You start out with nothing and you'd be amazed of what you can do. And he's very creative and I can't wait to show you guys. But I'm just going to finish flying over this side here for you, so you guys get an idea. There's a valley on each side of the map basically with meadows in between them. A little bit of island here with a river, major river that runs through the middle of the map, and these smaller brooks that runs around. All this here can be driven with a boat. That canal or part of the river there can be driven with a boat, so you can pretty much do a big circle with the boats. That brook that runs up through the valley, you cannot bring the boats up there. It's too narrow, shallow. It's just great because you can place your little storage right here if you wanted to, and load your boats, you know, and ship them out to a sell point, or ship them out to the train I call it the train, but the train barge, basically the barge that's on a train system that can auto sell your stuff for you. This small area here, I left this kind of like a little parking area. It's a good spot for a sawmill. Um, this is kind of where I place my sawmill here, start clear cutting. This is a little bit more dense for forestry over here. It's kind of what I want to bring you over here. I can't get obviously too dense, but it is a little bit more dense than the other side. It's a little bit more flatter. It still has a hill to it. A little bit easier logging than on the other side. The other side is perfect for yarders, which there is a little yarder, John Deere yarder, that runs off a cable with a grapple. You can see I like waterfalls and springs and things like that. But you could even clear all this out and put a fields in on the side here. It looks awesome. Overlooking the meadow here to have farm fields in the side of the hill. Yeah, I knew this video was going to be long. I apologize, but hopefully for your beginners, it's worth watching the whole thing to get an idea of how the things work. I went through all the productions um, from gold mining all the way through to producing the concrete. So, get you an idea of what I'm thinking, for a map. I want you to draw all the material out of the ground, out of the earth, to produce what you get. You know what I mean? You're just using Terraform, digging up dirt, running it through a processor to produce everything. It's pretty amazing. Same thing with gold. You're digging up dirt, pay dirt, and running it through a wash plant, produce your concentrate to get down to your gold flakes. Then you can smelt it, produce gold bars. It's all from one source. Your dirt processor produces the ore, which you bring to your steel factory, along with your sand, your coal to run your boilers, to melt the steel. You get to produce coke coal, which is a higher burning fuel. Run that through the coking process production. Nice little runoff between here, kind of separates the land. You see here when you go to buy it, I have it separated by the streams. There's a stream that runs through there too. But yeah, that kind of gives an idea of the layout. Huge meadows in the middle for your massive farmland. Your huge fields. Kind of wanted to please the farmers. Obviously, logging through here, you can be cutting trees for days. I think there's 80,000 trees on a map total. Like this here, I was talking about, good for yarder. There's a little natural road right there if you wanted to. I kind of left that. Kind of good spot to place a road in to get up here. But yeah, put a yarder up there. You can run your cables down, grab your logs, pull them up, have a nice little landing up there, process your logs. So you got your logging covered. You can build your meadow fields in the valley, some valley farming. Yeah. So yeah, I'm gonna stop the recording here. I'm gonna be back with Steel's edition here in a little bit. So yeah, you. Alrighty. So like I said, this is Steel's save game here, just to give you guys an idea of kind of what you can do with a map. Even though it's a base, a map with nothing in it for placeables or any starter fields or anything like that. This gives you an idea of what you can make it into. First off, this is the starting point. We start the map. He placed in that silo I was telling you about where you can load with a barge. So it's a good, perfect spot for that right there. And I'm just going to hover over here. Looks like a dirt processor plant he placed down here, so you can do some mining. And he's already kind of painted it in his area that he's going to start digging into, looks like. So he's going to start probably mining this side of the mountain here. Yeah, so dirt processor, so he's a level, yeah. Start digging into that side there. Alright, let's jump over to his I'll just jump into this equipment here. Alright, so it looks like he's cleared a bunch of trees up here and placed in some fields. You got some fields down in the meadow there. Nice cool little road along his fields with some fencing. It's always nice. Yeah, so all these were trees. He clear cut it all. Looks like he chopped it with the grinder, but it all works out, right? Separates the fields with some nice fencing, some trees. I mean, look at all this land that you have up here to do this, you know. He might have, I don't even think he leveled off much, if any at all. He has some grass or alfalfa growing in here. Clover, possibly. And just a pretty cool looking stretch of land here, huh? This is his little farm set up here. He has a bunker. All nice fencing around it. He obviously built a highway going up over the mountain. You can see how he obviously, terraformed it down a little bit there. Like a little built-in ramp. These areas here that you see are placeables that he had, so it looks like he has some barns or whatever. I don't have those mods, so they disappear when I loaded it in. But he looks like he has some type of barn here. Probably a dairy barn, cows or something. But it still just gives you guys an idea of how to build a map. Do what you like, but Steel is very creative. And um, that comes down with some amazing looking things here. And this is all done with the in-game tool, terraforming tools, so it's a little highway. Some more fields running along the river here. It's a lot of work, a lot of plowing. All those are clear of trees, so you just gotta plow them in. But it does it exactly what I envisioned for you guys to do. This is when I designed this. Whatever he does is exactly what I'm envisioning for the players to do. Make it your own. All right, let's go see what he's doing with the town over here. Um, Looks like he has another storage set up here for his boat. You see he made this little dock here himself. Uh, Again, some of these are probably replaceables that he has, I don't. So there are buildings here, probably a fueling station, gas station, or whatever. Another little highway through here. Some more buildings that you probably placed down that I don't have. I'm sure he's gonna put some type of bridge here, maybe, or it looks like a dock system for a ferry or a barge. He has a barge out there. And across here, he has another grain storage, or I think that stores pretty much everything in the map. Some production factories, all kinds of lines set up here to build out his city. Again, you guys saw the map before. There was nothing here whatsoever, and this is all done in game. Replaced my town and put in a few buildings here, paved in the roads. He's not quite done here, but I think that's actually another placeable that I don't have that he placed. Yeah, factories. This is the whiskey, but you can see he's gonna build this out to a nice big town here. Extended the roads out. You put in some fields out here probably to supply the town or whatever. It's not quite done here, but got steel production up here. Coke factory, refinery. It's good stuff. He looks like he put his own little bridge on over here. Let's go take a look at the bridge. His own trees. But this is just a week's worth of work for him, not even, and you see what he's done. Nice bridge. I think he made it so you can actually drive underneath it if you want to still. It's just wide enough. You can drive boats up into the um, up to the waterfalls there if you like. I'm not sure if there's anything else on the map. I think I said earlier, concentrate on this one spot here. Let's go take a look over here. Looks like the barge is stopped over here. Yeah. So yeah, he just placed a little grain silo, but he has stopped this barge just as like a train on a train system. Let's see if I can. Yeah, switch to it. I can. Start up the engine. So basically, there's nothing in here. I know maybe he has something in this. Don't think he does. Might be able to cheat something in here, maybe. Fuel units available. Fuel vehicle. Yeah. Anyway, you drive the train off the side here, and it will disappear off the map. I'm not sure what he did with this ledge here. I'm not sure he even knows that he crashes into it. But yeah, you get sent off the barge, and you can see it there. It's turning out to the ocean. And if you have any product on there, it automatically will sell. It'll ask you if you want to sell it or not. And then the boat will return back over here on this side, if you can see my cursor here or not. So this kind of does a big loop, takes a little bit of time, then comes back through. You can call the train at these calling stations here, or or rent it. Yeah, so click on this, and we'll rent it, and it'll stop here for you. You can load up on it, jump in. But yeah, Steele did a great job here. I hope you guys like what he's done. Again, that farm wasn't quite complete because I don't have all the placeables that he has, but get a good idea of what you guys can do to the map. I really hope you guys like Meadow Springs. There's going to be in the future, I will be adding in probably some train systems. I'm going to be adding the material built into the map for the users that like it already in the map. You know, like with Yukon, we had those pay dirt clearings already cleared for you. Just scoop up the pay dirt, fill your wash plants. You don't have to worry about terraforming in. I really like terraforming. It adds more realism for me. It's you got to kind of play roll it though. You can't because you can dig anything you want, right? So if you can kind of cheat the system, almost you can dig straight to the concentrate or whatever. Concentrate's pallets, you can't do that, but you get what I'm saying. You can skip processes and just dig it out of the ground straight. You know, like you don't have to. You can just dig straight ore. You know, you don't have to go through the dirt processing plant to get to ore. You know, so you kind of got to role play a little bit and kind of do it as realistic as you can. All right, I'm gonna dig the dirt, put it in the dirt processor to get my ore and my gravel and all that stuff. I'm not just gonna dig gravel. For rocks, I do recommend you maybe go into a mountainside and dig into rocks. If you need them, you don't actually need rocks in this map because everything I have will take a byproduct of rock, or you can produce pea stone, and the pea stone does the stone powder and gravel. So you get pea stone from the dirt processor. When you're processing your dirt, you know that takes out the gravel and the rocks, the pea stone basically. And you can use that to make your stone powder later on, so you don't have to worry about stones. Other than digging up stones with Terraform, you would have to get them off your fields, which I know a lot of people don't like to do. It takes a long time. I don't like it. I turn stones off a lot of the times. It's just an extra process. I understand the reasons for it. Here in New England, we do have a lot of stones in our fields, and you know every so often they have stone pickers that pick them up and stuff. But it doesn't happen as much as it does other places, so that's why I don't really use it. But anyway, you don't really need stones in this map, so turn them off if you want. Produce your dirt, process your dirt into pea stone, and you'll be good. Yeah, again with 3.0, I'm going to be adding in all that for you anyway. So the dirt would be built into mines, so I'm going to have some mining operation areas where you can scoop up the dirt to process it. Some gold mining areas with pay dirt already stripped for you, so you can just grab the pay dirt just like in the Yukon. Probably some coal depositories in the mountainsides, have some tunnels. Ones that you can dig out with Terraform, ones that are already there. Limestone mine in areas, I think on Yukon I put limestone in the middle of the pit. I'm probably going to have them separate So it's all just limestone, very small deposits, nothing major, huge. Keep in mind that each area you probably have 1,000,000 liters where one deposit will be enough to supply the whole map. You know what I mean? I'm still gonna try to keep like 4 different mines for each. So if it is a multiplayer thing, you'll be able to own your own lime pit or your own dirt processing area or whatever. Um, the train system I have in mind coming forward is going to have one central hub and probably 2 or 3, maybe 4 train systems that route off it. That's going to take a lot of time. So this 3.0 won't be probably coming until the November range. I'm going to take some time to update the Yukon with the placeables and the new stuff that I have for Meadow Springs, and also Aurora's Valley will need an update as well. Um, Once I get those updated, then I can start working on 3.0. So you're talking a few weeks to update each older map, and then a few months to get everything in. Time is hard. I got family. I work 48 hours a week. On top of this is my hobby, so um, I'll get to it. And I am looking for a few trusted um, testers. Steel, KT, Johans um, are my main testers right now. So contact me if you're interested. I will ask a lot of questions. I've had leaks in the past of when I allowed the whole community to test. I would like to let the whole community help test. It's easier on me because I get a lot of feedback. I also get a lot of negative feedback as well when it comes to you update all the time, but they don't understand it's for testing. It's not um, for a career. So keep that in mind too. If you are a tester, this is not a career. This is just load it, test things, test my new production, the new train system I may add. You know, it's not to start a career and use it as, a map that is already done. It's for testing. But keep that in mind if you do want to test and help me. I appreciate it. That being said, I guys hope you liked this video. Sorry it was a long one, but um, take care now. Hopefully I can start making some more for you guys. Peace out.